everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. Today is BookList Thursday, and BookList Thursday is something I do with Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We come to you every Thursday with some sort of book, thoughts, recommendations, ideas, something bookish related. Now, in preparation for the BookList Readathon, which is happening April 1st through April 6th, we announced that last week. I will leave a link below in the description for that video so you know the why we're doing it and what the challenges are and all of that stuff, so check that out for sure. But we thought we'd come to you today with some tips for how to have a successful readathon, because I mean that's why we do them, right? We want to read a lot. So I have 5 kind of tips and tricks. Some you may have heard of, some maybe not. Some seem pretty self-explanatory, but if you keep these 5 tips in mind, I promise you, you will have a very successful readathon and hopefully get through as many books as you're wanting to. So, tip number 1 for me is I pick whatever excites me. So whatever I might have on my shelf that is new, that I'm most excited about, regardless of how big the book is. Okay, so for example, I have the book Saving Megan by DJ Palmer on my shelf. I literally just got this the other night from one of my friends at book club. It is an ARC. It comes out 4/9, but this follows a family, a mother and daughter, and the mom is suspected of having the Munchausen syndrome by proxy. So is she making her daughter sick, or is her daughter really truly sick? And I think I know 3 or 4 people who've read this book who cannot say enough good things about it. One of them is one of my friends in book club who gave this a 5-star, and she's very stingy with her 5-star ratings. Very stingy. And so the fact that she gave this 5 stars, I'm so excited to read this book. So it is about 363 pages. I try not to make my books too big, but I'm not afraid of them. If I'm excited for them and they're going to keep my interest, I know I will fly through it. So pick up a book that excites you. Tip number 2, pick up a book from your favorite genre. Pretty simple, but you know, let's not complicate the readathon, right? As long as it fits with the challenges and what you're trying to do, see if you can squeeze in your favorite genre. Mine is historical fiction. I know I'm going to fly through them, and it's probably going to be a World War II historical fiction, like the Alice Network, which I know I haven't read yet, and I'm sorry. But I need to add this to my readathon because I know I'm going to go through it. It's going to keep my interest. I know that there's, like I said, I've heard a lot of great things about this book, so I'm thinking there's going to be some sort of action to keep me going, but I'm going to fly through it. My other favorite genre that I like to read during readathons are thrillers. Again, as long as I can fit them into whatever the challenges are or the prompts are, thrillers are an easy read that you will fly through just because of the nature of the book. Tip number 3, audio all the way, my friends, all the way. It's amazing how many opportunities you have within a week that you can stick some earbuds in and listen to a book. Whether you're vacuuming and cleaning up the house, whether you're on your commute to or from work, you're dropping kiddos off at dance or waiting for them in a parking lot, going to the grocery store, anytime, take a walk, anytime you can stick some earbuds in your ears, it's the perfect time to listen to an audiobook. Maybe you have a job where you're able to do that. Every so often I can pull that off at work, but trust me, when I can, I'm listening. And my favorite audiobooks to listen to are nonfiction. I know. So a couple good ones that I would suggest, we have Made by Stephanie Land. This one, again, goes pretty quick. It keeps your interest. You learn a lot. So that would be a good one. Otherwise, I do have A Mother's Reckoning on my radar as well. So anytime you can squeeze an audiobook. Really quick audiobooks recommendations would be anything that's middle grade, because they're going to be a little bit shorter. You can fly through them a little faster. Tip number 4 is to always have a book with you. So I always carry my book sleeve, have something in here all of the time. No matter what I'm reading, it comes with me everywhere, because you just never know when you have the perfect opportunity to pick up the book. If bringing a book with you everywhere isn't the best idea and you have a tablet or a Kindle, can always grab that. These work great at the gym if you're sitting on the elliptical or the treadmill. Hint, hint. I try to do audios at the gym. It's not for me. I'd rather read. Audiobooks at the gym is another great idea as well. The great thing about the tablet or the Kindle app is you can also have it on your phone. So You could be reading off of there instead of scrolling through Facebook. So always have a book with you no matter what. And my last tip, the best tip of all, is no pressure. No pressure. Readathons are meant to just try to get you to read a little more than you typically do. Granted, there are challenges. We have 5 challenges for ours. I don't care if you read 5 books. I don't care if you read 1 book. It does not matter to me. And I go into readathons thinking I'll have a goal, but if I don't get there, I don't get there, because life is life. And every time I've gone into a readathon, I still read more than I typically would in a week, which is, in my opinion, a win. So don't pressure yourself. Just go into it trying your best. And if you use the 4 tips that I already gave you and kind of have this no pressure attitude about it, I guarantee you're going to read more than you typically would in a week. So those are my 5 tips. Not too bad. I think they're pretty easy. A couple extra tips, you know, you can pick shorter books, but I would rather have a longer book that I'm excited for than a shorter book that I'm not excited for. I just know that that works better for me. And my other bonus tip is forget sleep. It's just 1 week, right? There's been plenty of times where I've stayed up a little later than I probably should, but knowing that's just for this short amount of time, trying to get in as many books as I possibly can, I'll forego it for a little bit, drink some extra coffee the next morning. It doesn't usually last, or it doesn't usually make it the whole entire week, but there's at least 1 or 2 nights a week I'm staying up later. But anyways, hop over to Sarah's channel, see what tips she's got. I don't know. We haven't talked this one through beforehand, so I don't know if she'll have similar tips or different tips for how to have a successful readathon. She's definitely partaken in more readathons than I have, so she should have some good information as well. And like I said before, the link to our readathon, our BookList Readathon, oh my gosh, the link to our BookList Readathon is below. Check it out. We're excited to have you join us. See all the details there, and comment below if you have any extra tips for us, because we all need them. Any extra tips for how you survive a readathon below. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.